Hi guys, and welcome to the State of Crypto, your one-stop source for all crypto-related news. I'm your host Martin, and this is episode 150. 150 days being a year, guys. Can you believe it? It certainly has been a great ride. Now, this episode 150 is just a technicals edition stream. You might be wondering why. I got home very late from work. I just got in, and basically I wanted to come in and talk to you guys about the market, what is happening, what I believe might happen short term, and then where we can sort of look forward to, right? Anyways, if you're catching this stream live, welcome. And if you're catching the replay and have any suggestions for us, please leave us a comment below. We really want to know what you're thinking. Now, if you want to be up to date with the latest crypto-related news, make sure you subscribe. You hit that like button, that bell, so you're notified when we go live. And if you want to keep on chatting with us once the stream is done, you can join us on the Discord. Link is in the description, guys. Sorry, something got deleted here. There we go. There we go. Awesome. So let's move on to that screen where we look at everything, and let's take it from there, right? So what is happening with the cryptosphere, right? That is a fair question. Well, first of all, let's look at market cap. What is happening with market cap? We're going higher, right? Getting more money coming into the cryptosphere. And right now, we're kind of losing money. Yesterday, for an opening of 202.49 billion, closing at 213.44 billion, a 5.58% move to the upside, or 11.27 billion. Right now, moving down a little bit, 0.87%, a $1.86 billion move to the downside, sitting at 211.58 billion. Now, what is happening here? I usually don't do analysis on market cap, but I'll show you this real quick. More money coming in, lower dominance, right? Slightly. This will be 3.09. This will be 3.08. So again, very, very slightly lower. Also on the RSI, again, creating that bearish divergence. We might see a little bit more money flowing out of the cryptosphere again. I usually don't do analysis in here because it's very subjective, right? Anyways, above that 20 MA, which is great. So let's move on to Bitcoin dominance. What is happening with Bitcoin dominance? Yesterday, lost dominance. Great, 0.50%. From an opening of 70.02, closing at 69.71. Right now, moving down still, 0.04%, sitting at 69.69. No jokes about the number. So let's move on to Bitcoin, to the dollar on Coinbase. Bitcoin is sitting at $8,120.08. What is happening? We're facing this resistance, right? 8,240. We kind of hit it today and rejected it. We knew it was a possibility, but same stuff that we're seeing happening on dominance, we're seeing happen here as well, right? On the daily. Now we're going from a high to a higher high. And this is just very short, right? I'll just make sure this stays here on the daily with us. And here we're going much lower, right? And we're going lower, creating that strong bearish divergence. On the daily right now, although it's slant divergence within the same island, it still has a possibility to play out. And that will determine how things go, right? We'll see if a move to the downside. We'll probably see us hitting this mid part of the channel. Try to use it as support. We used it twice before, twice. And then from there, we'll see what happens, right? The chance we might break to the downside and test 7,531, or we still move up again and retest 8,240 and try to break through and close above and move on to the next level of resistance. That will be 8,983 and using 8,240 as support, right? Those are the targets right now, to the upside, to the downside. And what's happening on the daily, again, sitting sold on the RSI. Sorry, bought on the RSI at 62.65. Let's go to the 4 hours. What's happening on the 4 hours? Again, wicked above, right? Rejecting. Probably gonna go and try to test that 20 MA on the 4 hours. The simple moving average of the last 24-hour periods, right? If we break this to the downside again, mid part of the channel. If we break to the upside again, if we move to the upside again, probably test 8,240, and then let's see where we go from there. Now, what do we have here, man? Let's see. High, right, low, higher high, more positive momentum. Lower high, less positive momentum. We had bullish divergence. We were tracking, right? It was hidden bullish. I'll just shift it to here, shift this to here, right? We were tracking it. I usually don't move stuff when we're off the air. Usually I just move stuff when we come back in, right? And if I do move something, I'll usually highlight it in orange. That way you guys can know if we're looking at something new, right? Anyways, we had this divergence going on. We kind of bounced from there, which is pretty good. I'm happy that we had that small bounce to the upside. I'm not happy that we didn't break that 8,200 though. Sitting neutral on, bottom there side, 60.15. I thought it was around below that 60. But no, we're sitting right on it, right? That's it for this, really. Not much going on. Lower high than our previous high, higher low than our previous low. We're probably going to start making a symmetrical triangle, which is also a possibility. When we make that, we'll talk about it. But right now, we're just looking at this right now, where we're at. Again, hitting resistance might move to the downside. Let's go to the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, we had divergence. I'm not sure we talked about this one yesterday. No, we didn't, because this was at 2 in the morning. I drew this today. So we did go lower. I just didn't come in here to talk about it, right? And that you guys know that. Sometimes I don't post all the updates on Twitter or anything like that. So I'll just talk about them when I come online. And we did have this divergence develop. Again, moving to the upside nicely, finding a little bit of resistance, then moving down right now. Try to rally again, which is fine. But rejecting the higher prices, and right now moving down. And again, we might move to the 20 MA. If you remember yesterday, we were on here, 9 p.m. We said we're like really seeing a lot of channeling happening, contraction of the Bollinger Bands, and we could expect a violent move to happen on volatility leaving the market. And we did get that move to the upside, which is really, really good. Again, it's nice. I didn't take a position here. You guys know my stance, right? This was more or less a $500 move, right? So you went from 7,700-ish, right? All the way up to 8,200, right? So $500 move. I didn't take advantage of it. Why? Well, because my position in Bitcoin right now, it's bearish until we get close to or try to get above that 200 simple moving average on the daily, and I'm willing to forgo those $2,000 move, or that almost $1,000 move from where we're at, because I do believe that it's a very strong indicator, and maybe when we get near it, I'll put some money in. If the price goes down, I'll set up a tight stop loss. And if the price goes up and catapults from there, then I'm happy that I got in at that price. That is my strategy. Again, your mileage may vary, and that is great. Now, shorter term, what's happening on the 1 hour? We're going higher. We're going lower, right? Creating that strong bearish divergence, price action to the downside. Just making sure this also, you're going to stay here with us on the 1 hour. Be nice and tight, right? So again, moving slightly higher from here to here. And on the RSI, in this much shorter one, I think we're moving down, 70.74 and 69.52. Yeah, so we're kind of going down from here to here, right? On this shorter one, on this last leg here, let's say, that would be from here to here, and from here to here, right? Again, creating that strong bearish divergence, potential price action to the downside, and sitting neutral on the RSI, 58.50. Again, guys, today's stream is going to be a little bit quick. Not that I don't want to be here for a long time. It's just I got in too late from office, and I'm kind of burned out from work. A lot of numbers today, and I do want to get some rest up. Tomorrow's stream is probably going to be earlier than usual. I just got told by my wife that we have a meeting with some kid friends, or some parents that are friends of my kid. And we're probably going to get together with them in the afternoon, so around 4 p.m. And I'm not sure if I'm going to make it on time for the night stream. So very likely a stream will be earlier, so we can have something to talk about. But again, not 100% sure until when. If we move to the downside again, 20 MA potentially to look at. If we break that 20 MA, then made part of the channel, right? Those are our targets to the downside. To the upside, we already talked about them on the daily. And I believe so also in the 4 hours. So let's go on to Ethereum. What is happening with Ethereum dominance? Yesterday, it lost dominance, 0.18%. Right now, losing a little bit more dominance, 0.33%. Sitting at 7.39% of market cap. Let's look at Ethereum price, $143 on the dot. Shorter term, let's see what's happening. Again, going higher. Right, the closing was 144.37. The closing was 144.73. Right, 47, 37, 73. Couple cents up. You could call it a straight line if you wanted to. You could call it slightly up. either way, we are creating a type of bearish divergence. If you call it a straight line and we move down, we will be making class B, medium, type 3 bearish divergence. If you consider this to be going up, as it physically is, or it technically is, and this to go low, then you will be creating strong bearish divergence, right? So again, in both cases, we are creating divergence. In both cases, it's bearish. So potential price action to the downside, and we're seeing that play out. 59.85 on the RSI here, 58. So going also slightly lower on the RSI, creating that bearish divergence as well. Again, if you consider this flat, this will be medium. If you consider this going up, this will be strong. Sitting at 56.37% of market cap. Again, a move to the downside would see us hit that 20 MA. If we hit that 20 MA, we can break it. If we break it, we have the mid part of the channel to look forward to. If we break this to the upside and if for some reason explode, we have the top part of the channel to look forward to, the 155.77 more or less, depending on when we try to run to the upside. Now that we talked about this, let's move on to the 4 hour, right? What is happening on the 4 hour? Sitting neutral on the RSI, 58.08. Slightly lower than our previous high. That's fine. Now where we're at, higher, lower. Let's see here. 64, 63. Okay, cool. So from here to here, we're going slightly in. From here to here, we're going slightly down, I guess. Was it down? 64, 63. So both of them are going down. Forget that. I was thinking about this one here. Going slightly up. But again, here being this all one island, you could really go and grab this from here. And then you wouldn't have anything. If you want to go from here, you will be having hidden bearish divergence. You could potentially break to the downside. We're seeing this play out though. So I'm going to look for the 1 hour for a clue, which I do believe we might get it there. Again, let's go to the 1 hour chart on Ethereum to see whether or not we're breaking out from that. Again, this, I really don't care much for this one. It's coming in from the daily. Again, stuff from the daily does pop up into my other charts. There we go. Awesome. Now, what's happening here? Again, remember how I told you the clue we were looking for was going to be from this time frame, the 1 hour time frame. Well, we do have it here, right? Going higher on that price, lower on that positive momentum, and we're actually going higher on the RSI. So we don't have anything against the RSI. But against the MACD histogram, we do have strong bearish divergence, potential price action to the downside. We're seeing it play out. Again, a movement to the downside, hitting that 20 MA. We're starting to get contraction on the Bollinger Bands, which is good. We did channel as well, not as tight as Bitcoin. I remember we talked about that yesterday. But again, sitting neutral on the RSI. Again, we could reset a little bit before we try to run if we manage to hold the 28 simple moving average as support. Let's move on to XRP. What is happening with XRP on the daily? Oh man, it's getting a little bit stuck there. Awesome. Yesterday, losing a little bit, 1.04%. Right now, losing also a little bit dominance, 0.02. Sitting at 4.32% of market cap. Price of XRP, 21 cents, 21.009 cents. Sorry about that. Ads from Spotify coming in. Yeah, we said 21.009 cents. Let me play another track here. Get the music going. There we go. Right. So yesterday, price action to the upside. Right now, losing some of that price action, even though we try to rally a little bit more. But again, you see this line that I had traced here? This is a top part, yellow, the 21.263. We're using it as resistance. Remember how I told you this was the beginning of an area of many supports and resistances that ending out here? Well, we did hit that and now rejecting, right? Right now, we opened here. I guess we tried to rally and failed. We're probably going to get more clues on the shorter time scale, high, lower high. Unlike the other coins, this still going lower. Less positive momentum, also lower on the RSI. Sitting neutral at 53.96. So nothing to call for Ripple on the daily, except for this kind of flag that we're kind of making, and then we broke to the upside, right? Again, we said down sloping consolidation usually breaks to the upside. Not really hitting a measure move or anything too important, even giving us a different anchor point if you wanted to see it this way. And again, we could say that we're in a down sloping channel. I like this a little bit more now that we have this going on, because we can see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touch points in the bottom, 1, 2 on the top, and that is fine for me, right? Anyways, see, we opened just here, man, where I had this. So again, went to the downside, no surprise. Again, probably gonna hit towards that 20 MA. If we manage to hold it, we might try to rally. If we failed, we have the mid part of the channel to look forward to. If we fail there, then we have 19.758 to look forward to. We might find some slight support here at 20.107, which is kind of an area where we bounced last time. And we'll see how it goes from here, though. So high, lower high, less positive momentum. We just had this strong bullish divergence, seeing us to play to the upside. And again, this was last night. We did manage to move one more space over, let's say. Do this one and shift this one also. Let me shift this one as well. Really, it's not letting me. There we go. There we go. Right. Awesome. So we did create that strong bullish divergence, potential price action to the upside, and seeing that play out is very, very nice. Neutral on the RSI at 56.79. Let's go to the 1 hour. What's happening on the 1 hour? On the 1 hour, okay, we can see that we managed to like stay one candle out, then we move down, and then bullish, right? A bullish hammer, even though it looks red though, but it's still a bullish hammer nonetheless. And well, sorry, not really a bullish hammer. It is a hammer, but it's also in a position, since this doesn't really gap, and it's really not higher. We're in a position where this could potentially be, if this was gapping, I would consider this an evening star, which could potentially bring us to the downside again, right? A bearish sign. But again, I'm not banking on that because we do have, if you can follow this, that I'm going to do, right? Divergence, strong bearish, right? So from here to here, we're going lower, right? And going higher on the price, going lower on that positive momentum, breaking down on that. Not so much the last part. And here on that last part, from here to here and from here to here, we do have also on the RSI divergence, strong bearish, so potential price action to the downside. We're seeing that play out again. Potentially can head towards that 20 simple moving average of the 1 hour. So you'll consider the last 21 hour periods. If we break that again, like I said, mid part of the channel, if we break that, 19,785, right? 758, sorry. What was I talking about this, right? Usually want to see this a hammer for it to be like strong bullish. You want to see it at the bottom of a trend, more or less. Downtrend, you see this means the bulls are coming back in, which you can see this, right? The bears push the price down, the bulls come back in. But again, the bulls kind of lost control afterwards, and the bears have been driving the price down. That's what this is telling us, right? Why is this sometimes bearish? Well, we have a gap to the upside, right? And an evening star is usually a reversal pattern. And we've talked about evening stars and morning stars before in this channel. So if you have any questions regarding that, you can ask me and I'll try to address them. Anyways, we did have divergence coming in here. I'll just make sure it goes into the yellow. I did trace it when I was off the air. And that's why it's on orange. Like I said, everything that we do off the air goes on orange color. That way we can track it. And we can talk about it when we come on the stream. All right, awesome. So we had divergence. This, bullish to the upside, creating bearish, breaking down. That's how this goes, right? So let's go to Litecoin. What's happening with Litecoin? Yesterday, price going up 4%. Right now, losing dominance. Sorry, not price. Dominance going up 4%. Right now, losing dominance 0.16%. Sitting at 1.46% of market cap. Price of Litecoin $48.33. Again, yesterday going up 9.52%. Right now, breaking down 1.35%. Getting over that mid part of the channel, which was very, very nice. And again, in a bullish engulfing candle of this previous last two candles. Again, very, very nice move to the upside. Higher high with more positive momentum, also higher on the RSI, sitting bought at 62.61. And again, very, very nice move to the upside. I really like this move on Litecoin, right? So let's go to the 4 hours. Really nothing else we can call there, right? So again, going higher, more positive momentum. Again, no bearish divergence. No bullish divergence. Let's see. 32. No, we actually do have bullish divergence. This would be straight line. And we will be going down, right? So creating, as we call it, medium. Weak. Sorry. Yeah, weak. And also going lower on the RSI, so that's fine. Sitting at 63.68 on the RSI, and that's bought as well. So again, really not much here except this divergence that kind of helped us move to the upside. And that was all it was good for, right? Let's go to the 1 hour. What is happening on the 1 hour? Going higher, right? Going lower. and also going lower on the RSI, creating strong bearish divergence, potential price action to the downside. We're seeing that play out. Again, this, I'll shift it out here so we can track it and see it better. There we go. Right, moving down again, potential that we touch that 20 MA. If we touch the 20 MA, we can break to the downside. Big part of the channel to look forward to. If we manage to bounce, then we can look towards higher prices. We're still on a major downtrend though. Sitting neutral on the RSI at 58.94. Let me just go here on the daily. And again, our top part of the channel is all the way up here right now at 60.73. So if we try to rally, we have to make a $10 move. That would be crazy insane for this coin right now. So again, really, Bitcoin has to want to play out for this to happen. And you know, I'm not sure if Bitcoin is going to really have that strong of a rally right now. So looking forward towards this top will be it would be naive right now. But again, I'm not saying it couldn't happen. I'm just saying it's very little. There's very little probability that we run to the upside. Bitcoin would have to explode, and then we would follow, right? Anyways, let's go to Binance. What's happening with Binance? Sitting at 1.09% of market cap. Yesterday, losing dominance, 0.48. Right now, gaining. Losing still a little bit more, 0.78. Like I said, sitting at 1.09% of market cap. The price of Binance is at $14.75. We had a nice day to the upside. Again, our bullish engulfing candle, even though it engulfed the past two candles, it doesn't look as strong as the one we had for Litecoin. Look at Litecoin, man. Really took off, right? In a 9% move, 9.5% move. Binance just moved up like a 5% move, right? So again, that's fine. What is going on shorter term? I got to zoom in. Are we higher? Yes, we're higher. Are we lower? Yes, we're lower. So what I can see here is that we're going higher on this price. Right? Oh, snap, I didn't want to do that one. There we go. Just want to make sure this stays here on the daily. And we're going lower, right, on our RSI. Now this was a couple days ago. There we go. Awesome. So we're going lower, creating that strong bearish divergence, potential price action to the downside. We're also lower on our on our RSI. So we're lower on the MACD histogram, lower on the RSI. Again, potential price action to the downside. We're seeing that play out right now. Movement to the downside, hit that 20 MA. Then if we move farther down, we can probably find some support over here at 12.97, and then below that at 12.35. And if we break those, we'll definitely have to look farther back for more support. But right now, I would be more worried about hitting that 20 MA first. So neutral on the RSI at 54.41. Let's go to the 4 hours. Remember we traded this a couple days ago, and I told you that we're like moving sideways. Well, we just beautifully hit here twice, and then bounce from there, right? So even today we managed to like do this bottom part and really bounce from there. That's kind of cool. Anyways, what is happening, man? We're also going higher. We're going higher here. Yes, we are. 339, 331. No, apparently we're slightly lower. Darn man. So we're going higher here. We're very slightly lower here, and we're also going lower here, I would guess. Let's see. 66, 64, yes, also. So again, divergence that we have here. Strong bearish, potential price action to the downside. We're seeing the red candles come in. Again, as expected, moving down. Potential that we hit that 20 moving average on the 4-hour candles. If we break that, probably come back and like test this level again. I'll just draw this straight. Probably bounce up here and then fall back into this channel. That we wouldn't want that. We just want to bounce around this area and try to run higher. But again, for that to happen, Bitcoin has to want to play ball with us. So let's go to the 1 hour. See what I mean? Sometimes the stuff from the daily or the 4 hours comes here, man. And it's just, I'll just send all these to daily. Again, it's probably from the 4 hours, but I'll just send it all to daily right now to clear the charts real quick. We did manage to break down on this channel, right? We did create that strong bullish divergence. Again, when I was off the air, I did track this and place this orange. So I'll just shift it to yellow so we know we talked about it. And that's what's that's what broke us to the upside, right? This strong bullish divergence that we have here on the price going lower and less negative momentum. Right now we did go higher again, but as we were going higher, we're going lower, right, on that MACD histogram, right? So we're going lower, and on the other side we don't have it. We're actually going higher. So we just created divergence, strong bearish on the MACD histogram, moving down right now. We're making more negative momentum than our previous one. So if anything that we're creating here, we're going higher and we're going lower. However, this negative momentum is starting to build, but we will be creating hidden bullish right now, which would mean price continuation. We kind of are within a minor uptrend right now, within a more major downtrend, but again, our minor uptrend could signify that we might try to rally somewhere around this area, even though we could still drop because this is still on developing. So long as we don't really drop below this level, we probably could create more negative momentum and still go higher, right on that higher low, and we'll call it from there. And so just keep on tracking this, because this could really bring another small pump. Let's look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin might also have this. And no, Bitcoin's still not making negative momentum. That's great. That's going to be all for tonight, guys. Again, if you like what we do, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so you're notified when we go live. I do appreciate each and every one of you. I do appreciate that you guys show up on a Friday night to watch this amazing stream. You guys are awesome. If you guys don't show up, then I wouldn't be here. Just the fact that you guys are here. If you want to chat with me at some point in time and engage with me, you can type something on the live chat. There's really no dumb questions. I would answer anything. And it really makes it much more interesting when you guys engage with me. Type something out and I'll reply. Anyways, like I said, I gotta get going. I got out really, really late from work today, and I'm extremely burned out. So I really want to hit the hay. Tomorrow stream is probably gonna be earlier. Like I told you guys when I got home, my wife told me that I have an engagement tomorrow. I'm gonna meet with some parents of my son's friends, I guess, from school. So we're gonna take it from there. You guys, seven guys that are watching in tonight, or girls, or gals, or people in general, thank you for being here. Again, if you like what we do, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell. Talk about crypto to your friends, to your family, to your coworkers. Let them know that we are here. This is the State of Crypto. I'm your host, Martin. It has been a pleasure being here with you guys tonight. Enjoy your weekend. Stay safe. I'll catch you guys tomorrow for another edition of the State of Crypto. Again, on an earlier time schedule. And, yeah. Go out and enjoy the weekend, guys. Have fun.